done up. Just waiting till I see a couple of people pop up in the chat. I see no one yet. Let me just look at the scenery here. Little beachy. I think we need to set this out for the share. We got 2 people on here, 3 people. When I see 10, then I'ma go ham. Then I'ma go in on this. When I see 10, I'm going in on this. When I see 10, then I will go in on this. Peace. Peace, Alf. Malafa. It's good. Just waiting for some more people to pop up here. Peace. Peace, Rasan. What's good? Just waiting for a couple more people to pop in before I go in on this. Oh boy. Wham, Jesus, peace, God, what's good? You know I'm doing a little 5-10 minute joint and I'm out. 5-10 minute joint and I'm off of here. Gotta get back to the festivities, babe. Back to the festivities. Alright. I only see 3 people in here. Sorry, we going in. Look, this is earlier you saw me go to the Mel Fisher Museum and show the artifacts of the slave vote. But across that, probably like a mile away, is the cemetery. Peace, Mark. So this will just read this so y'all can see this right here, so y'all can have it. So this is the African cemetery at Higgs Beach. Near this site lie the remains of 294 African men, women, and children who died in Key West in 1860. In the summer of that year, the U.S. Navy rescued 1,432 Africans from 3 American-owned ships engaged in the illegal slave trade. Keyword, illegal slave trade. Ships bound for Cuba were intercepted by the U.S. Navy, who brought the freed Africans to Key West, where they were provided with clothing, shelter, and medical treatment. They had spent weeks in unsanitary and inhumane conditions aboard the slave ships. The U.S. steamships Mohawk, Wyandotte, and the Crusader rescued these individuals from the wildfire. So please take note of these 3 ships that they said rescued these people. The Mohawk, this one, Wyandotte, and this one, Crusader, rescued these individuals from the wildfire, where 507 were rescued. The William, where 513 were rescued, and the Bogota, where 417 survived. So again, you have 3 more ships to look up: William, Wildfire, Bogota, where 417 survived. Then all 294 Africans succumbed at Key West to various diseases caused by conditions of their confinement. They were buried in unmarked graves on the present day Higgs Beach, where West Martillo Tower now stands. By August, more than 1,000 survivors left for Liberia. So these recaptured Africans left and went to Liberia from this point right here. West Africa, a country founded for former American slaves, where the U.S. government supported them for a time. Hundreds died on the ships before reaching to Liberia. Thus, the survivors were returned to their native land, Africa, but not to their original homes on that continent. So you see here a Florida Heritage Landmark sponsored by Old Island Restoration Foundation and the Florida Department of State. So, as you can see right here, peace. This is a landmark. And this is we're not gonna say African burial ground as the one as we say in New York. This was just a refugees. They just took the people and threw them in this beach, or just threw them in this thing. So they under here somewhere. They under this ground right here. You know what I'm saying? And you see these people, bystanders, they don't pay attention to this. They just keep it moving. But we're gonna see what the people put up here. So as we keep it moving, you see they got the Adinkra symbols, the Sankofa, go back, fetch it. A reminder that the past must be the guide for the future. We must return to the source, retrieve and remember what has been lost or forgotten in order to know who we are, to make wise decisions, and to be spiritually fulfilled. The important and once forgotten story of the Key West African Cemetery was brought to light by the Florida Keys historian Gail Swatton, another person that you can look up, in 1997. 137 years after the events of the 1860 unfolded in this small island city. The citizens of Key West joined in supporting the memorial, just as their predecessors joined in supporting the rescued Africans, of whom 295, mostly children, were buried at the site. So when this happened, there were already people here, and these other people who were the Africans. One of them who I named, Sandy Cornish, and all these other individuals. Yeah. So we keep walking. See the floor, right? See the Sankofa bird on the floor right here. Bang. Needs to be touched up. We need that New York meta netta. Alright, let's go. Let's look at something else. Let's see what they got. IPA, handcuffs. You are the property of the ones whose handcuffs you wear. Do not let this happen to you. It is the warning embodied in the symbol, which is also the symbol of justice and equality of all persons before the law. The binding of the hand was the first indication of the African captives that their lives as free human beings had ended. The Africans who were rescued from the slave ships Wildfire, William, and Bagada came from parts of Africa as distant as the Bight of Benin, modern Nigeria, and Benin and the Congo River Basin, modern Congo, Gabon, and Angola. Bang. So you see that. Boom. Let's look at the next one. What we got here? Wawa Abba. Wawa Abba. Seeds of the Wawa tree, symbol of hardness, toughness, and endurance. The endurance and survive the Middle Passage as the Atlantic crossing of at least 6 weeks was known. Captives needed to be resultantly strong and resilient physically, mentally, and spiritually. So here you see the sign. Bang. We're gonna keep moving. Akoma Natoso, linked hearts, symbol of agreement, understanding, shared or common purpose. Although each person had to be as strong as possible individually, all knew that their real strength came from unity of understanding and collective consciousness. Survivors who made the crossing aboard the same ship forged particularly strong lifelong bonds. Those who came to Key West also bonded with those from the other ships and with the local community. Akama Natoso. Boom. Keep moving. What is this? And I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. I will mess that up. But you see the name, link of chain. We are linked by the blood and life and in death. The very popular symbol is a reminder that all of our ancestors and that long chain of generations, as well as all of our future generations, are alive and present within us today. This symbol is even more significant for the descendants of those who were forcibly brought across the ocean and changed. As a reminder of our eternal links to the African motherland, those who are buried here are permanently linked to their homelands near Wadea and the Congo River Basin. Yeah, Wadea. That ain't got nothing to do with Judah. Boom, keeping it moving. Guy Nyami, accept God. Also translated as unless God be, but for God or only God. Proverb states, if fear nothing in the universe except God. The most popular and Adinkra symbol representing the supremacy and omnipotence of God. Okay, Nyami, we out here. So I'm gonna get back to the floor, but I just want to look at all these. My seed, what I hear, I keep. I have listened and have learned symbol of knowledge, wisdom, and prudence. There are lessons to be learned from every experience in life. Even when the fool speaks, the wise person listens. African proverb. In spite of all the horrors they endured, the captains aboard 3 ships learned and kept valuable lessons from their survival or for their survival. Bang. See the symbol and keep moving. See this? Floor game. Wildfire. U.S. Mohawk boat. That's the British boat that stopped that boat with them slaves. U.S. Wendati. That stopped this boat here. William. See that? U.S. Crusader. Bogata. Here. See this? So those are the 3 slave boats. William, Bogata, Wildfire. And those are the U.S. ships that rescued those Africans in the illegal slave trade. Adinkra symbols. The symbols on these columns are known as Adinkra and originate in Ghana, West Africa, where the Atlantic slave trade began. Each symbol stands for a proverb or idea. We know that. Another one, the moon, Oshram. The moon does not hasten on its way around the world, symbol of steadiness, peace, and patience. This too will pass, a reminder that the patience is required in awaiting an outcome. Bang. See that right there? Boom. One more. Miami, Burby, Wall Sorrow. God, I know there is something in the heavens, symbol of the hope and faith. Even in the worst of circumstances, God is always there. The timeless knowledge has been preserved in an African American gospel song. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. Up above my head, there's a heaven somewhere. And in a wise Brazilian proverb, don't tell God that you have a great problem. Tell your problem that you have a great God. Okay. And then you see that. All right, so now we looking down at the floor game. We're going to walk back around. So you see, this is the compass here. And this, to be technically sure, I think I interrupted. Damn, my bad. Yeah, I heard you praise the Lord. I don't know nothing about that. I respect the people who put that together, but that's not for me. But as you see this north, east, west, south, this is the thing that's on our so-called universal flag. If you want to call it so-called, it represents the points. This is where it came from. Bam. All right. Anyway, back to the history. Again, you know what that cross is, right? You remember that? The order of Christ, right? The order of Christ. You remember that, right? Order of Christ. Wildfire, William Bagata. Let's keep it moving. Boom, boom, boom. And this is it. So, this is what the people put together after that person who I named earlier found it. Some people walk by here and look at this. As you can see, there's really nobody on the beach today. It's warm, but it ain't that hot out here. Yeah, party time will present later, but you see who's on the beach right now. So let me take off my shades. Jesus love you, Raborn. Yeah, I hear that. You wonder what year that was written? Brother, listen, man. You guys are some of the most weirdest people who come to New Black Knowledge. Every time we come on, bro, we go live, we go to the artifacts. I go to the museum, I show you the artifacts. You want to, come on, bro. Like, the brother named, or the person named Mel Fisher is the person who originally founded this ship. He was already a treasure hunter. He is the #1 treasure hunter in the world who found one of these Spain ships that is worth somewhat $500 million of gold and stuff on it. Bro, this is not a game. This is for real. So y'all need to cut that out, man. Go look up what we said and then do the knowledge. Hey, yo, yeah, Jody. Now, I've been here for a minute. I'm leaving on Thursday, but I don't know. I might not be able to. I ain't going to be able to hang out with you, man. I ain't down here dolo, son. But let me see. Who that? Any other questions? So let me put this right here. So this is what it's called here. Key West African Cemetery, 1860. So there's your date, brother. This is representing 1860. All right? And I'm going to go back just in case for those who missed out on this. So when you look at the beginning of this, no, it wasn't here. It was on this first one, I believe it was. Yeah, I'll wait. So let me see. It was on this one. Sorry. So this one right here, the importance and once forgotten story of the Key West African Cemetery was brought to light by Florida Keys historian Gail Swanson in 1997. So if you want to look at the archaeology behind these individuals and then later the black scuba divers, why don't you go look it up and deal with the information. We are here. Thanks for the donation, bro. Yeah, man, we here to get it in. We here to give you that information. Even when we go on little vacays, it's that easy to know the history of a different place and understand what's going on and go give the information to the people. So this will be our meta because in this area right here, this African community is dead. Ain't no Africans over here, bro. You look across the street, what you see over here. Hold up. Let me pull up. Let me pull up. These dudes is racing dogs. Look at that. They got resorts around this bad boy. And as you can see this whole thing. This ain't nothing. There's resorts. See the dogs over here. They playing with them dogs over there. Right next to here is the Waldorf resort over here. Playing golf. This is where people go when they retire. When they get that bread. After they get their guala. That's what you see around here. And the gentrification is real. I talked to a brother who lived next to the AME church. And he was telling me how his neighbor had to move and sell a house and move to Milwaukee out of all places because of gentrification. So this will be your meta netta right here. You know what I'm saying? If you get a chance and you want to come out here and you want to see these things, then it's right here for you. Other than that, you know, I'm out. Y'all don't be giving MBK no love. Y'all be giving us like 200 views. I don't know what's going on. Y'all want to watch religious banging. I don't get it. But 10, 15 minutes is what you get from me. Peace to the family. Peace to everybody who watched. And peace out. We out of here. MVK History Brothers on the move. Why does it say I was only live 5 minutes? That's weird. I don't know. Oh.